Back at Combs Arena, the Clay County Lady Tigers in at 11-4 on the season, getting set to take on the Lady Dragons of Harlan at 8-7. Clay County, of course, fell to Bell County in the opening round. Harlan, a tough defeat against Leslie County. Leslie County and Bell County will play for the Girls' Championship of the Mountain Classic on Saturday. This one's for third place, and we go courtside for our national anthem and introduction of starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John C. Combs Arena. As we continue the 28th annual WIMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic, we ask at this time for everyone to please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. John C. Combs Arena on the campus of Perry County Central High School as we continue the 28th annual WIMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic presented by Food City and sponsored by your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agents. Tonight's matchup features the Harlan Lady Dragons and the home team on the scoreboard, the Clay County Lady Tigers. First, let's meet the visiting Lady Dragons. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, 00, Jordan Brock. At guard, a 5'6" junior, number 5, Brooklyn Massengill. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 25, Macy Charles. At forward, a 5'10" freshman, number 31, Mackenzie King. At center, a 6' sophomore, number 20, Emma Bianchi. And now let's turn our attention to the starters of Clay County. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Kelly Roberts. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 11, J.C. Cotton. At guard, a 5'6" 7th grader, number 23, Kaylee Mathis. At forward, a 5'7" junior, number 14, Keisha Jackson. And at center, 6' senior, wearing 55, Courtney Woods. The Lady Tigers are coached by James Burchell. Your officials tonight's game, Ms. Christy Combs, Mr. Kyle Maggard, and Eddie Browning.
Again, the starters for the Harlan Lady Dragons: Brock, Massengill, Bianchi, Charles, and King. And for Clay County: Roberts, Cotton, Jackson, Mathis, and Woods. Remember, a couple of players to keep your eye on for Harlan: Jordan Brock, coming off that fantastic 28-point performance against Leslie County, and J.C. Cotton for Clay County, a terrific player that never quite got on track in the loss to Bell County. Woods against Bianchi in center circle, and Bianchi taps it back, and the Lady Dragons will start this game in at 8-7 on the year. Again, a tough 69-66 defeat in overtime to Leslie County in the opening round.
Yeah, it looks like Clay County going man-to-man early. I know Coach Acau also said that they would probably start out in man-to-man.
That's a good matchup right there at the top of the key as Brock works against Cotton. We'll talk a lot about Cotton's propensity for ball handling tonight, but she's also a terrific defender.
Yes. I know that she would like to shoot the ball as well better tonight. 4 for 20 the other night.
Missing down low, Charles, the senior, got too far under the basket. Cotton quickly the other way for the Lady Tigers. Drives baseline against Brock. Misses it in close, and a good rebound by King. Brock so good in the open floor, gets penetration and can't get Harlan on the board. Good rebound in traffic by Kaylee Mathis, a 7th grader for Clay County. This is a very young Lady Tiger team. Coach Burchell saying that 4 of his top 8 players are still in middle school.
Yeah, they're in 8th grade. That's exactly what he told me before the game. 4 of their players in 8th grade, so they are starting a lot of youth out there, as well as Harlan, though. They're playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores as well.
That's right. Harlan just 1 senior in Macy Charles, so these are a couple of programs that have a good foundation of young players. King down low, can't score, but she'll go to the line. Mackenzie King had a big game against Leslie County in the opening round, and the freshman picking right up where she left off. Put the foul on Keisha Jackson. King, a freshman, Bianchi, a sophomore, Massengill, a junior transfer from Harlan County, and Brock, a sophomore. The other 4 starters besides the senior Macy Charles, and it's 2-0 Lady Dragons after King cans both free throws, and they'll be able to set up in a press here. One of the advantages of making the shot is they can apply the full court pressure.
Sure.
Roberts, good drive, and she can't tie the game, but Woods can. A nice putback.
You've got to stay with her underneath because she is a load down there.
Woods averages, 10 points, 7.5 rebounds per game. She played well against Bell County, but it just wasn't quite enough as the Lady Cats pulled away from Clay County in the second half. 2-2 here early as we played nearly 2 minutes. Brock trying to go down low to King, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mathis. It'll stay with the Lady Dragons.
Yeah, that's something Harlan has been doing early in this game, Tanner, just trying to get the ball down low. Not a lot of outside shots by Brock or Massengill. Got to tie your shoe first.
That's right.
You cannot play without 2 shoes.
Both these teams making their first appearances in the Mountain Classic Girls Tournament. Now, Clay County was in the Invitational a few years back, but since we moved to the tournament-style 4 teams, this is the first appearance for either team, trying to salvage 3rd place after falling in the opening round Monday night.
Yeah, both teams very appreciative, though, to be playing in this Classic.
Brock drives against Cotton, and she banks it home.
She is so creative off the dribble. She can do a little step back. She's got a lot of creativeness. And remember, she's only a sophomore.
Cotton trying to cross over Brock and loses it, but the Lady Tigers get it back. Backdoor feed for Woods, and she misses, tries to collect her own rebound, and throws it right to a Lady Dragon. Harlan comes away with it. Good defense by the Lady Dragons on that possession. See if they can capitalize.
I don't think Brooklyn, she can do the same thing that Jordan Brock does, which you're seeing right here. She's very creative off the dribble.
It was a good drive, but she didn't finish, and now Clay County will get an opportunity to tie the game or take the lead here.
Clay really moving the ball well right now.
Roberts leaves that one short, and a good rebound by King. Tight one here early, 4-2 Harlan.
I think both teams are trying to feel each other out here. Even with the man-to-man, it's not a fast-paced game right now.
Massengill, a three, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Charles, she misses in close. Massengill had 4 big threes against Leslie County Monday night, but she missed that one. Cotton ties the game.
That's J.C. Cotton for you. Again, the creativeness off the dribble.
And it gets us to immediate timeout. Tied at 4 with 4:19 remaining in the opening quarter here in the girls' third-place game of the Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com. Tied at 4 here early in the girls' third-place game of the Mountain Classic between Harlan and Clay County. Let's check in with Anthony on the sidelines.
Tanner and Jamie, Coach Cal in that last time out said that his team was tired. He wants to see them pick the energy up on defense. And then for Coach Burchell, he doesn't want his players to be afraid to take it to the basket and do a better job of boxing out and rebounding. Guys?
Well, a good job of passing there as Bianchi finds Brock for the easy lay-in, and she now has 4 of the Lady Dragons' 6 points.
Yeah, going back to what Anthony was saying, like I said, 3 of these girls were very sick after coming off the tournament win down in Florida. Jordan Brock, of course, King as well, and Massengill lost weight, weren't eating a lot, so that's going to be something to keep your eye on.
Jumper no good for Mathis, but she'll get another try at it, and she leaves this one short. King, another rebound, 3 for her already, but taken back by Cotton. JC lost the handle, but she's able to save it to Roberts, who misses a 3. And Massengill clears the boards for the Lady Dragons.
She's going to shoot this.
Brock knocks down a 3.
Give her an inch. She'll shoot.
7 for Jordan Brock, and Harlan opens up a 5-point lead over Clay County, 9-4 as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
3 of 4 shooting for Jordan Brock, just 1 missed layup at the beginning of the game.
Roberts fouled inside. She'll go to the line for 2. You can tell, Jamie, that Clay County is making it a point to pound the ball down low to Roberts and Woods.
Yeah, you're not seeing a lot of anything out of JC. She's just really trying to feed it down into her big girls. And I think that's probably because it's sort of a mismatch. I mean, Harlan does not have a lot of big girls to compete with those guys down low.
Fouls on Macy Charles, her first, and the first on Harlan. Roberts knocks them both down. Pulls Clay County within 3 here early. Bianchi down low, and another good find. They love to run those backdoor cuts and get players open on the block, and that time it was Bianchi, the beneficiary, and she has her first basket.
Once again, Harlan sticking with that down low game. Really only 1 3-point shot, and that was from Jordan Brock, and she made that earlier. So they're really still sticking to the post game as well with Clay County.
Roberts drives, cut off. Fans it back out to Mathis for a 3, too strong, and Brock a nice rebound in traffic for the Lady Dragons, and she'll push it. Massengill in hunt for her first 3.
That's something that she did at Harlan County that Coach Cal was telling me about, that she shot a lot more 3s at Harlan County than she is this year. This year she's more of a inside out. She can do a lot of different things that they're letting her do here at Harlan.
Couple of substitutions coming at the next dead ball for both teams. Baseline jumper up for Jackson, no good. Woods, though, a good offensive rebound.
Ooh.
Cotton, nice shot fake. Acrobatic move to draw the foul.
Now Coach Cal saying, don't leave your feet. And Brock left her feet there at the top of the key when Cotton tried to take that 3-point shot. And that's like the #1 rule that they teach you when you start playing basketball as a young guy.
Take a look at the replay. There's the shot fake you mentioned.
Oh, never leave your feet.
And drawing the foul.
Coach Cal's still over on the sidelines talking to Brock about leaving her feet.
Pair of free throws by Cotton makes it a 4-point game.
That's 4 for Cotton.
JC averaging just shy of 20 points per game this season. Coach Burchell looking for a big senior season out of her.
Good matchup here at the wing, top of the key.
Brock can't find any space, so she'll fan it out to Bianchi. Now Brock looking to go to work again. Instead, she gives it up to King, who misses inside, but cleans up her own miss and is rewarded with a trip to the line.
She wasn't giving up on that play. She said, I got the offensive rebound. We'll put it right back up here and try to draw the foul, and that's what she did.
We've talked about the Cotton-Brock matchup, but a
down low.
big matchup down low between Woods and King. Shelby Phillips, the 8th grader, picked up the foul for Clay County. She checked in at that last break. As King now has 4 points, all from the charity stripe, and Harlan's lead is back to 5.
Well, they're still sticking to this man-to-man, but it's a half-court man-to-man. Not a lot of pressure being put on Cotton, bringing the ball up the court. Here comes the 7th grader, though, again.
Roberts driving on Bianchi. Now gives it to Cotton. Can't get any space on Brock, and they get it back down low to Woods, who fans it back out to Cotton. And with 45 seconds left in the opening quarter, Clay County may try to run its offense, run some clock, and maybe get the final shot, or drive it straight to the basket. Tie up down low, possession arrow, will keep it with the Lady Tigers. Harlan does have some size down low. Bianchi, 6 foot. Charles, 5'8", King, 5'10".
Just not the size that I think Clay County has, though, to work with the bodies, as far as the size-wise. Height, they're there.
And now
see if
Harlan
Coach Cal will
get the opportunity to perhaps play for the final shot of the quarter, leading by 5.
Looks like they're going right after it.
It's been a good first quarter, very cleanly played first quarter, only 2 fouls whistled on each team. Brock had to beat the 5-second call, and now they're going to get Cotton with a foul from behind.
It really is a blast to watch some of these girls play, especially with Brock and Cotton, the way they can dribble the ball and handle the rock.
Almost like they have it on a yo-yo string.
Yeah, that's right.
Miscommunication there. They were trying to get it into King on the post-up on the inbound, but she turned the other way, and it's a turnover for the Lady Dragons.
That's their first turnover of the game, I think.
3 seconds. Woods down low, and they don't get a shot off. And that's how our first quarter ends, with Harlan leading Clay County 13-8 here in the third-place game of the Girls Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com. The Harlan Lady Dragons holding a 5-point lead over Clay County, 13-8 as we start the second quarter here in the third-place game of the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic with Anthony Bersalia and Jamie McCracken. I'm Tanner Hesterberg. It's our honor to have you along for this ball game tonight, and a special thanks to our sponsors, Kentucky Farm Bureau, and a shout-out to Letcher County KFB agent Mark Wright. We appreciate all of our fine sponsorships.
That was a very, very clean first quarter. I've got it down for 2 turnovers, or 1 turnover apiece for each team. 3 fouls for Clay, 2 fouls for Harlan. They're still playing this man-to-man. Look at Brock working down low against JC. Usually you see them out in the perimeter. They're going to go to her.
An unlikely post battle, and Brock turns it over. Good job by Woods of taking that one away. Clay County has forced some turnovers, but the Lady Tigers have not really been able to capitalize on a lot of them. We'll see if they can here.
It's been a very, very slow game so far. Not a lot of fast break points or anything. It's a lot of set up in the half court and run your stuff.
Both of these teams averaging in the 50s per game. Clay at 55 points per game. Harlan at a shade under 58. Cotton drives into a double team and is fouled. It's on Katie King. It'll be her first and the third, excuse me, on the Lady Dragons. We talked about J.C. Cotton, the senior. Coach Burchell saying that several colleges have called him and asked about Cotton. She doesn't have a written scholarship offer yet as she misses the jumper, and it's rebounded by Massengill, but he feels confident she can play at the next level as she gets the back tip there out of bounds. It will stay with Harlan.
Well, as you saw right there, she's got the speed. She's also got the ball handling, so sure she'll probably get a couple offers before the end of the season.
Bianchi, spin move, missing inside. Fight for the rebound, and a good job as Shanae Thomas, the junior, ripped it away.
Now Brooklyn thought about a three there, but calming it down. Jordan will take it, though.
In and out, would have been her second three. Offensive rebound, King put it back up and miss it. And Woods a rebound for Clay County.
Now Harlan has had a lot of second chance points, or second chance tries at least to get points, and not necessarily capitalizing on every single one of them.
Still a 5-point game. I'm like you, Jamie. It feels like Harlan should be up more than they are.
Yeah, they've had a lot of second opportunities compared to Clay County, but they continue to go inside, and that's working.
And Woods will go to the free throw line. Roberts missed a couple in close, just couldn't get a good look with Bianchi and those other Harlan post players bearing down on her. But now Woods.
And Katie King, that's her second.
56% foul shooter, has her third point of the night. And Mackenzie King will come back into the game to spell Katie King, the freshman replacing the junior.
One or two.
But Clay County will get another opportunity as Massengill couldn't haul in the rebound.
Yeah, Coach Cal wasn't happy about that. And a little clap.
Nice diagonal pass from Cotton to Roberts. Cotton thought about a three. Oh, nice give and go.
Wow.
Woods inside, able to get it to Summer Parker, the 8th grader who scores.
That was the best play of the night.
J.C. Cotton set it up with a penetration, got it to Woods, who then was able to dump it off to Parker.
There were a couple plays like that last night with Braxton Beverly in the Perry Central game, the way they moved the ball.
Bianchi down low, double teamed in the corner, finds an open shooter. That's Thomas, and she splashes a three.
Man, she had some arc on that one.
Thomas, a junior, her first field goal of the night. Puts Harlan back up by 5, 16-11 as we approach the halfway mark of our second quarter.
Harlan likes to shoot the three-point shots.
Traveling violation against Kelly Roberts will get us to immediate timeout. Lady Dragons by 5 here in the girls' third place game of the Mountain Classic. Harlan up 5. Let's take a look at how the Lady Dragons season has gone so far. 8-7 on the year under fifth-year head coach Derek Acal, and Jamie, they're looking pretty good here early.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like we were talking about that in the last break, was the fact that they were getting second chance points or second chance opportunities, but not necessarily capitalizing. They've hit a couple threes. Jordan Brock with one earlier in the game, and then of course we saw Shanae Thomas step up and hit that corner three with a lot of arc. It's still a 5-point game, though.
Mentioned Derek Acal in his 5th season with Harlan, defending 13th region runners-up, and Coach Acal has also guided the Lady Dragons to 3 All-A 13th region titles. Another long three, this one no good by Thomas, who hit one moments ago. Harlan going to get another crack at it. Coach Acal, of course, started his coaching career at Cumberland on Bill Scott's staff for that 2003 13th region championship, and then of course coached under Mike Jones at Harlan County after the schools merged.
Sure, and before that you saw Brooklyn take another three-point shot. I said that they liked the three. They shot 30 of them against Leslie County earlier this year. They're not afraid to take those types of shots. They love the outside ball. They hit 13 of them in that game. So
Cotton looking for some space. Lost it in traffic. Woods trying to save it. And she does. Nice job. Lady Tigers trying to cut into this 5-point lead for Harlan. Woods went to the deck, somehow caught the pass, and got it to Roberts, who missed the shot.
Well, Jordan's looking up the floor, trying to find something, but
Massengill loves those transition threes, but she lost the handle on it before she got set. And the jump ball will give it over to Clay County. It'll go down as a turnover for the Lady Dragons.
okay, here's the good thing, I think. Coach Cal said, if we're playing man-to-man still, that's a good thing, because it doesn't mean we're getting blown out. You know, they're not playing any 2-3 zone yet. Sticking with the man-to-man.
Got to be able to hit shots against that 2-3 or create shots like that one by Roberts, who drove right into the defense and banked it home from 8 feet out. Her first field goal. Again, these two teams have already played once this season. It was back in early December. Clay County won it 60-52 at Clay County. Jumper up, no good for Thomas. And the Lady Tigers come away with a rebound.
Just remember, this could be a rematch in the 13th region for the right to go to the state tournament in Bowling Green. So these two definitely will probably see each other again.
Clay County has won 8 of its last 10 matchups with Harlan. Of course, one of those losses last year in the 13th region semifinals by 1 point. Inside, it's a 1-point game after that basket by Parker. She has 4 points all here in the second quarter. And a foul at the other end as Massengill had it stripped away.
Well, again, the Lady Tigers going underneath.
And they put the foul on Kelly Roberts, her first. Let's get a look at the last replay as Parker hit the basket inside. And now let's take a closer look at Clay County's season to date. We've talked a little bit about the Harlan Lady Dragons. Let's take a look at what Clay County has done so far this year. 11-4 losses to Harlan County, Lincoln County, Montgomery County, and then to Bell County Monday night in the opening round.
Yeah, 4-2 in the 13th region. One of those wins, of course, against Harlan. They're averaging about 55 points per game. Just one loss to a mountain team, Harlan County.
Besides, of course, that's not counting the loss to Bell County on Monday, but still a good season so far for Clay County. Lady Tigers have won 5 regional championships in the last 9 years. In 2 of the 3 years they didn't make it, they were region runners-up. So James Burchell just has this program on a roll right now.
Coach Cal said he's got nothing. He's got everything on me. He's got everything on me.
Charles loses it inside, and Cotton comes away with it for Clay County. Lady Tigers can take the lead with a field goal here. Roberts down low to Woods.
You can tell both of these teams are so used to each other. They know where everybody's going.
Cotton, a little dipsy-do move, and she gives Clay County its first lead of the game.
That's a Cotton basket for you right there. Lots of creativeness, then the little floater.
6 points for the senior J.C. Cotton. Foul down low as Woods got a little too physical with Bianchi. Be the first on Woods and the 5th on Clay County. 45 seconds remaining in our opening half. A low-scoring game, a tough defensive game so far.
Well, like I said, I think both of these teams are so used to each other. They play each other over the summer.
Long 2 for Massengill, and Harlan snatches the lead back as Brooklyn has her first basket.
She's taking a lot. I think she's taking 3 or 4 3-pointers, and that was one of the ones that was just inside. Looks like Bircher wants a timeout.
And they get it with
almost didn't get it.
14 seconds remaining in the second period. If you're James Burchell, what do you draw up here?
Well, I think inside has worked all night, whether they were getting second opportunities or if they were missing or not. So probably something inside down low to Woods. That's what's been working for them in the first half. Not a lot of outside shooting from Clay County. I mean, I know Mathis and Cotton has taken a couple of threes and a couple of outside shots, but really everything has been in the paint for Clay County. So they're probably going to go inside. If not, you know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be like, hey, JC, go out here, do your thing. Little creative. I mean, we just saw her hit that floater, so I think one of two things. It's either going to be Cotton doing her thing, or it's going to be Cotton going inside down in the post.
Well, even when they've gotten it down to Woods and she hasn't scored, she's been able to make some good passes back out to the perimeter and set up some shots. So I'm like you. I think that's a good strategy as we are now at 10 seconds
look what
to
Harlan
go.
did, though. They came out in that 2-3. Oh, no. Yeah, 2-3.
Cotton down low, fell to the turf, and it's a turnover. Good defense, and the Lady Dragons will be rewarded with perhaps being able to take the final shot of the first half up a point.
Yeah, it looked like Coach Acal worked against that, said we're going to play 2-3 just in case Cotton wanted to do an ISO there at the end of the half.
Charles inside, King at the buzzer, no!
1 point game.
And we've played 16 minutes. It's going to take another half to decide this one as the Lady Dragons lead Clay County by the slimmest of margins, 18-17. Winner clinches third place here in this Mountain Classic 2015. And our sideline reporter Anthony Bersalia is catching up with Clay County coach James Burchell. Anthony, take it away.
Coach Burchell, your team trails 18-17 at halftime. You got back into the game, though, there in the second quarter. What do you need to do to make better adjustments in the second half?
We just got to get tougher. We're not taking the ball strong to the basket. We're not finishing shots. We're just not playing strong right now. We're just having a hard time scoring baskets.
Well, Coach, we'll see you in the second half.
All right, thank you.
Tanner and Jamie.
All right, thanks, Anthony. And again, the halftime score, Harlan 18, Clay County 17. We'll come back, have a recap of first half scoring, and look forward to the second half as we continue here on this TV and WYMT.com. And don't forget to join the conversation on Twitter. Tweet about this game or your favorite team at any point during the Classic and use the hashtag Mountain Classic. We may even show your tweet on the air. We're about 90 seconds away from tip-off of the second half between the Clay County Lady Tigers and the Harlan Lady Dragons. Harlan with the slimmest of leads, 18-17 over Clay County. This is the third place game of the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic, as you see some fans from both schools there. Harlan and Clay County well represented tonight. And the other school from Harlan County, the Harlan County Black Bears, will be in action in the boys' consolation game. At the conclusion of this one, they'll take on Hazard, and it's a triple header for you tonight in the final game, which will tip off, scheduled to tip off around 8:30. Lawrence County will take on Knox Central, and then looking forward to tomorrow night, semifinal action in the boys' bracket at 6:30. Clay County will take on Knott Central, and then in the nightcap, the Buckhorn Wildcats will take on inter-county rival the Perry Central Commodores. So, Jamie, just a good slate of games coming up over the next few days.
Definitely a lot of Mountain Top 10 teams, especially tomorrow. I mean, but we'll see one tonight. Lawrence County ranked number 4 in the Mountain Top 10. Knox Central ranked number 5 in the Mountain Top 10 right now. Not sure they'll be ranked there at the end of this week after losing a game, but I'm really looking forward to that 8:30 game tonight specifically because there's a lot of talent with both of those teams that really Lawrence County, lost a nail-biter. Robert Dalton came out and balled. I mean, 33 points from Robert Dalton, so it'll be fun to see Lawrence County take on Knox Central, and if Knox can slow down Robert Dalton tonight.
I want to thank Kentucky Farm Bureau, sponsors of our halftime show. And halftime's over now, and we're set to start the third quarter. Harlan, the Lady Dragons, you see them there, leading by 1 over Clay County, 18-17. Winner clinches third place here in the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic. Again, Jordan Brock had 7 first-half points for the Lady Dragons. Clay County led in scoring by J.C. Cotton with 6.
Once again, they're coming out man-to-man.
Again, a low-scoring game. Nothing new to either one of these teams. They're both averaging in the 50s and defensively giving up in the 40s as Bianchi scores inside. She now has 4 points. Her first basket since the first quarter. Cotton on the drive. Gets it to Woods. Back to Cotton. Now out to Roberts. Nice little three-man game there, but they can't work it for a good shot.
Yeah, a lot of good passes being made by both teams in this one the entire game.
Woods inside, good spin move, missed, got her own rebound and scored.
Double team, she comes up at the offensive board and she scores anyways over 2 defenders.
5 for Woods, she's scored in each quarter so far. Harlan's lead trimmed back down to 1.
Well, they tried to push the ball up there this time and it didn't work. Clay County got back quick after the made basket.
Charles, baseline jumper, yes.
2 for 2 to start the half for Harlan.
First bucket for Charles, the lone senior on this Lady Dragon squad. This is Roberts, and 1.
Once again, Clay County going right into the paint, taking advantage of that size. That's what they've done. That's been the game plan.
They slap Bianchi with the foul, her first, and the first on either team in this second half. And Roberts, who's an 80% foul shooter, cans it. She's 3 of 3 at the line tonight, has 7 points, and she ties the game at 22 here early in the third period. Bianchi, can she do it again? Yes.
Right between 2 defenders.
You can tell that was one of Coach Acal's halftime adjustments, was to try to get it to Bianchi more down low, and she's responded to the challenge so far.
I figured they would push. No, they're still going inside.
Cotton had an open 3. Instead, she'll drive, and she'll bank it home on a sweet little runner.
The creativeness, so fun to watch. Oh, look at this, though.
Answering
Bianchi
at the
again.
other end, Bianchi. She's run off 6 straight points.
That's a way to start off the half. Now this is more entertaining basketball, I say, right?
6 points for Bianchi. They weren't straight, excuse me, because of course Charles had the jumper, but at any rate, a 2-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Cotton trying to give Clay County the lead, and she does. 11 for JC, who's starting to heat up. Boy, after the defensive slugfest we saw in the first half, the offense is starting to kick in for both teams.
Charles with the miss there. Here comes JC, though, again, working her stuff against Brock.
Another floater, no, but she got fouled.
See, she wants to get you off your feet. That's the big thing. She does a lot of those, oh, I'm about to pull up and shoot, but then I'm going to dribble again. And that gets you off your feet as a defender.
First foul on Jordan Brock. Cotton 2 of 2 at the line tonight. Good free throw shooter, 74% on the year.
$13 points for J.C. Cotton.
Average is just shy of 20 per game, and we've reached our media timeout. 29-26, Clay County in front by 3 here on this TV and WYMT.com. The Harlan Lady Dragons, who led by 1 point at halftime, now trail Clay County by 3, 29-26 here in the third place game. Yep.
Yeah, J.C. Cotton coming out and scoring 7 second-half points already. Meanwhile, Emma Bianchi with 6 for Harlan.
Massengill still looking for her first 3, leaves that one short.
I mean, like I said, she loved to do that at Harlan County. Not as much as at Harlan, but she can hit them. It's interesting to see the big girls out here on the top running the point guard.
Little jumper in traffic, up and no good for Kaylee Mathis. Massengill the rebound, 2-on-2 for the Lady Dragons. Massengill tried to draw a foul against Cotton. It was good defense, and the Lady Tigers dodge a bullet there. It's interesting now they don't have Brock on Cotton. They have Massengill on her.
Well, and Coach Accounts told me before the game that they love to put Massengill on the best player.
Parker fouled down low. She's a 5'9" 8th grader who scored 4 points in that second quarter, and will look to add to her total here at the free throw line, where she's 8 of 16 on the season.
Going back to Brooklyn, Coach Akal, saying that she's my most consistent player. A lot of people think it's Jordan Brock, but he says it's Brooke Massengill. And he goes, I'd like to put her on the best player at times, and I like to have her take some of the best shots, or the most shots at times.
One of two at the line for Parker. Put back attempt no good, and King grabs the rebound for Harlan. Massengill finally has a three.
There you go. A shooter keeps shooting.
Had 4 against Leslie County on Monday night.
Below her average.
Her first tonight, give her 5 points. Cotton trying to answer, missed everything on the floater, and Brock the rebound in traffic. Long pass up ahead over Bianchi's head and out of bounds. It's tough to overshoot Emma Bianchi too at 6 foot.
She is long, very, very long. I think even Brock had a little self-realization that was a bad pass.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah. She knew it as soon as she threw it. Ah, man.
Roberts cross-court pass on the drive. This is Mathis. No. Offensive rebound, Parker. Now gets it back to Roberts. She misses. And then King fouled as she grabbed the rebound. This is going against Woods.
Her second. Nobody really in foul trouble, though, for Clay County. I mean, that's Wood's second. She's the... Meanwhile, Harlan Brooklyn Massengill has 2, and King has 2 as well.
And we mentioned neither team reached the bonus in the first half, and so far in this second half, 3 fouls called against Harlan and just 1 against Clay County.
Another turnover, though, there. J.C. Cotton with the steal.
Cotton the steal, and then has the layup at the other end blocked. And then she fouled Bianchi on the rebound. So Harlan turns it over again, but then gets back transition defense and able to keep Cotton from scoring, and that's tough to do when she gets into the open floor.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job, though, of getting back. It is hard, though. She's got a lot of speed as well as Brock.
Charles bluffs a 3.
Just doesn't look like Brock is out here trying to create things as much as she usually does.
Bianchi has it knocked away down low. Right to Massengill. Her 3 is blocked out of bounds. Lady Dragons keep it. After that flurry of offense we saw to open up the third quarter, these defenses are now buckling down.
A couple blocks on both ends. Oh, look at Brock and Cotton going at it there.
Massengill, bump, no call, and she finishes anyway.
That's 5 second-half points for Massengill. She hit a 3, and then that 2-pointer right there.
7 on the game, and Harlan takes the lead back, 31-30, as we're under 2 minutes to go in the third period. See if Clay County can respond. They work it down low to Parker.
She was calling for it.
Lost it, though. Good defense by Charles. Missed inside. Fight for the rebound. Cotton. Oh, she had it on the floor and somehow started a dribble when she was on her knees, and then she absorbs the foul.
Yeah, a little upset there, too, with all the contact.
They hit Mackenzie King with her first foul, 4th on the Lady Dragons. 92 seconds showing on our third quarter clock. Harlan led by a point at halftime, 18-17, and leads by just a point now. Cotton threw that one away. Trying to get it to Parker.
I don't think she was looking for it. I think she was looking for Cotton there to take the shot.
Of course, Clay County, under the direction of James Burchell in his 9th year, he's won 78% of his games. Of course, coached the boys team for a while, actually guided them to a Mountain Classic championship, and Monday night he wore the tie that one of his students made him after they came here and won the Mountain Classic. Didn't wear it tonight, though. He
said he was just going to rock the polo.
Of course, all his players signed that tie. Good keepsake for him.
Who wants to wear something at a game that they got blown out by that much anyways, right? You got to be a little superstitious.
Maybe try to take the hex off of it. Brock draws a foul on Cotton.
It's Cotton's third?
Yep. Something to keep an eye on as we
especially with
progress.
Brock out there. He's probably obviously the one player that can handle Brock, but Brock has been a little silent, not doing a lot, but they're working it inside. That's nothing with Brock, like right there. Look at that give and go.
But then King threw it away, and a nice steal by Roberts. Clay County may play for the final shot of the third period, excuse me. Roberts trying to cross over Bianchi.
Shelby Phillips in the game for Clay County.
8th grader again. Coach Burchell saying 4 of his top 8 players are still in middle school.
Both of these teams have a lot of players that will be around for a while.
Cotton.
Oh, man.
Got the roll. 5 seconds to work with for Harlan. Brock's going to have to heave it up from midcourt. Just short. And Clay County will take a 1-point lead into the 4th quarter, 32-31 over the Harlan Lady Dragons here in the 3rd place game of the Girls Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
And let's go back to that.
Yep, nice move by J.C. Cotton to close out the 3rd period.
Yeah, that was a great creative move right there. It's just a fun style of basketball. She's got the ball now to start the 4th quarter.
And her team, the Clay County Lady Tigers, with a 1-point lead. Woods fans it out. 3 by Phillips. No. Massengill, the rebound for the Lady Dragons.
Oh.
Lob down low. King can't score it, though. Got her own rebound. Powers it up. No good. Still fighting for it. Loose ball, and the jump ball will keep it with Harlan. And we check in with Anthony.
Tanner and Jamie, Coach Cal in that last time out said, take better shots, take pride in your defense. So he's very frustrated at the defense that he sees his team playing. And then Coach Burchell is very frustrated at the fact that his team is not finishing on offense. He says they need to stop being afraid and take the ball to the basket. Guys?
Okay, what you missed there was a 3-second call on Emma Bianchi, so Harlan turns it over.
Approaching double-digit turnovers for Harlan.
Roberts down low to Woods. Nearly dribbled it away. Now it's booted into the backcourt. And they're going to say Harlan touched it last. No over and back violation.
Now Derek Cacao wanted an over and back there. Still Massengill guarding Cotton.
Brock guarded her much of the first half. A little give and go between Roberts and Woods. And now Cotton ends up with it. Back at the timeline.
They're setting that top screen again.
And then King comes all the way up on the hedge and bumps Cotton. Second foul on King, and it's the 5th on the Lady Dragons this half. Good crowds from both schools on hand tonight. Of course, couple more games coming up as part of our triple header tonight at the Mountain Classic. Boys consolation action, Hazard and Harlan County coming up 20 minutes after this game ends. And then in the nightcap, Lawrence County and Knox Central.
Oh.
And King commits another foul in pretty much the same spot on about the same play.
That's her 3rd. I see what Harlan's doing is they're sagging off of Cotton, not getting right up in her grill, kind of sagging off to the 3-point line, giving her some space. She starts to dribble. Somebody else comes out to help off the screen, and that's how you're going to get the foul. Here comes the high screen again.
Right, 2 minutes gone in a scoreless 4th quarter.
No hedge there, though. That was smart by Thomas.
It took a couple fouls, but they finally caught on. Roberts might have been blocked from behind. Clay County able to get it back, though. Cotton dueling with Massengill at midcourt. Roberts fouled from behind, and
Macy Charles.
They signal the foul on Charles.
That's her 2nd.
And they may have called this an intentional foul. Yeah, they did.
Not sure why. She almost looked like she was going to take a charge, and then she just kind of backed up.
Well, we do have a replay here, so we'll get a chance to see. Definitely a foul, but
yeah. Oh yeah, it was a foul.
Whether
JC likes it. She's smiling at half court, so
it was intentional. We'll
leave
leave that up to the officials.
Oh, sure.
Roberts hits a couple of free throws, and Clay County's lead is increased to 3. So since it was an intentional foul,
it's 9 points for Kelly Roberts.
They will keep possession. And by the way, the foul was against King.
Not Charles.
Or if it was against King, they have King with only 3 fouls up on the scoreboard. If that was on King, it would have been her 4th. But if it was on Charles, then they haven't updated the scoreboard. I believe it was, if they called it, it should have been on Charles, but it's a moot point now as Phillips drains the 3 out of the corner, and all of a sudden, Clay County's lead is up to 6 and back down to 3 as Brock has the answer for the Lady Dragons.
Jordan Brock, that's what she likes to do. I can do it just as good as you can.
10 points, her first basket since the first quarter, though, when she had 7. And a turnover by Clay County. Just when it looks like the Lady Tigers are starting to get some breathing room, Harlan has an answer.
Yeah. Oh, notice the pace picking up. The pace has been picking up throughout the second half. It's been a much faster paced game, much more fun to watch.
Big 3 by Brock moments ago.
Oh,
this
man.
one would tie it, and she has 2 in a row.
Jordan Brock, 6 points here in the fourth quarter, 13 on the game.
Had 28 in the loss to Leslie County Monday night.
She loves it.
Has single-handedly brought the Lady Dragons back to tie the game. Inside, offensive foul going against Summer Parker. What a momentum shift. In the blink of an eye, Clay County goes from being up 6 with all the momentum to now being tied, and it feels as though Harlan ready to turn the tide back.
Well, notice how Macy Charles and Brooklyn are taking the ball at the court, not Jordan Brock.
We'll talk about that point on the other side of this break. Our final media timeout of the game. Harlan and Clay County knotted up at 37 in the Mountain Classic. All tied at 37, third place in the Girls Mountain Classic on the line. Harlan and Clay County. And Jamie, you made an interesting observation before the break.
Yeah, one thing that we're seeing now is Macy Charles bringing up the ball for the Harlan Lady Green Dragons. If it's not her, it's going to be Brooke Massengill. Usually Jordan Brock is bringing up the court. Now they've got her sagging in the corner, and it seems like it's helped because she's hit a couple of three-pointers here in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game at 37 all.
Clay County jumped in front by 6, but Jordan Brock hit back-to-back three-pointers to tie the game as Thomas carried the ball. Couple of substitutions for the Lady Tigers. Shelby Phillips and Kaylee Mathis back into the game. Couple of middle schoolers, Phillips an 8th grader, Mathis a 7th grader.
You wonder if that's a defensive substitution change there by Coach Birchall. I mean, coming right out of the timeout, and as soon as the dead ball hits, he's subbing.
See what James Birchall dials up here to try to break this tie for his Lady Tigers.
Now look how tight the defense is now. They are playing right up against everybody, including Cotton.
Massengill on her. She's guarded her most of the second half after Brock handled that duty for the first half.
There's still a little bit of sag in there, but they're right up on it.
Roberts, yes! 11 for Roberts.
Now look how close Cotton is playing Brock, too.
Massengill fouled. Good strong take by the junior Brooklyn Massengill. First trip to the line tonight for Massengill. She's a good free throw shooter.
Harlan as a team is a pretty good free throw.
You are correct. And Massengill able to tie the game. 9 points for her. 39-39, 3.5 to go in regulation.
Oh, look at the press now by Harlan. It's a little bit of a trap. They'll probably go back to man-to-man once they get cross half court.
Lady Tigers beat the pressure.
They find their man. That's the first time all game we've seen any type of press or anything like that. And it seems like Coach Cal's saying, get up on her. Everybody's playing up now. No sag, but another foul.
Blocking call against Harlan's Katie King, who wanted the charge against Cotton, but instead it's the 8th team foul on the Lady Dragons, so a 1-and-1.
Yeah, that was actually her third. I said her 4th.
1-and-1 coming up for Cotton, who is a 74% foul shooter and is 4 of 4 from the stripe tonight.
They keep setting those high screens, Tanner, and what's happening is somebody's coming off to help with Cotton, and she's drawing that blocking foul every single time. 3 or 4 of those here in the second half.
J.C. Cotton averages just shy of 20 points per game, and that's number 17. Emma Bianchi checks back into the Harlan lineup.
Here we go. Brock is now bringing the ball up the court. They're letting Massengill sag over to the corner.
Maybe try to set her up for a go-ahead three-pointer.
But yet, look where Cotton's playing her on defense. She's sagging. We'll see what happens here. That's what they do. They give it to her.
A lot of dribbling for Massengill. Now to Bianchi. Lost it, got it back, fires it into the corner. 3 by Thomas, no good. Would have been her second of the game.
Bianchi had her arms on it, or hands on it, I should say. Lost it out of bounds.
It will stay with Harlan. Winner of this one clinches 3rd place in the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic.
Good slip. Turnover.
And it is a turnover. Last touch by Macy Charles. Mathis and Phillips return to the Clay County lineup for Coach James Burchell.
Coach Cal still using this press. Looks like a 2-2-1.
And James Burchell signals a timeout from the Clay County bench. Didn't like the way his players were lined up trying to combat that press.
This is the first time we've seen a press all game. So it's probably a little bit of a game plan change here for Coach Burchell.
Full timeout here. If you're in that huddle, I think you're basically telling your girls to not panic against this press, because the last thing you want to do is turn it over and give Harlan some instant offense.
Yeah, usually you want to push the ball up the court. Once you get it, if there's no layup, kick it back out, and let's set up our man-to-man offense, because that's usually what Harlan is trying to do. Once they pressure you, if you can get up the court, then they're going to go back to the man-to-man. You can settle down. Of course, no shot clock in high school, so you can take your time and come up with a good shot. But this has been a much more entertaining second half. That's what I'm excited about. And I know we have a lot of good games coming up later tonight as well, and pretty excited about with the boys' side.
I'd like to take this moment to thank the Pepsi Bottling Group for providing beverages for all our teams and cheerleaders. Pepsi, a proud sponsor of the Mountain Classic. Who will take home 3rd place in the girls' bracket? We're about 2:35 away from deciding that, barring overtime, of course. Remember, Harlan had that overtime game against Leslie County Monday night, a game Leslie ended up winning 69-66 after Katie Moore hit a 3 as time expired in regulation to send the game to overtime. Just a heartbreaking loss for Harlan. We were wondering how the Lady Dragons would respond in this game, but so far we have our answer. They've played tough.
They broke the press that time. Now it's back to man-to-man. Now you can set your offense or just attack like JC looked like she was about to do. A lot of screens being set outside on the perimeter. You got to fight through those. We've seen Brooklyn and Jordan do that.
Cotton trying to pick her way to the basket, and she'll fan it back out now. Clay County will use some more clock as we're under 2 minutes to go. Great game, 41-39.
It's always the consolation games that are the best. Why are the first round games the blowouts? Not all of them have been though.
We've had at least one, what I would consider, really good game each night of the Mountain Classic, of course. This is the first game of night 4, and we're off to a good start here tonight.
That Buckhorn-Lawrence game was great last night.
Buckhorn rallying from a 6-point deficit late to come back and win it. Cotton throws it away.
Oh.
Harlan got the stop it needed. Now can it score? Brock to the basket. She ties the game.
Jordan Brock, 8 points here in the fourth quarter. She's came out big. She only scored 7 in the first half. 15 for Brock.
After scoring 28 in the loss to Leslie Monday. She's been big for the Lady Dragons. A minute to go in regulation, and we're tied at 41 and a foul called. Or excuse me, a timeout. Thought they were signaling for a foul, but instead they're going to give James Burchell the timeout.
Tied game, 59 seconds left. What a great way to start off night 4 of the WIMT Mountain Basketball Classic.
And again, Hazard and Harlan County coming up at the conclusion of this one as you see Brock drive in to tie the game. Just using her body to shield the defender.
You know, her and Cotton's got that nice, they can do those Euro steps. They've got a lot of moves that you don't see out of a lot of female guards. Usually you see a lot of that stuff when the boys are playing, but they've got some game, they got some different skill sets that you don't necessarily always see in girls basketball, making it really entertaining.
Lawrence County and Knox Central, the late game tonight in the boys' consolation bracket.
That's a top 5 match, or well, a top 10 matchup, Mountain top 10, because you know, you have, well, actually it is a Mountain top 5. What am I saying? I mean, Lawrence is 4 and Knox is 5.
Then in the semifinals on Friday night, Clay County and Knott Central. Of course, Clay County, the all-time winningest team in the Mountain Classic.
They will have their hands full against Knott.
Champions from 3 years ago.
A couple of Division I players on the team with Cameron Justice and Evan Hall.
And then in the other boys semifinal Friday night, Perry Central and Buckhorn.
A rematch of a couple of months ago. Looks like they're going to call another timeout here. Didn't like what they saw coming out.
And then looking ahead to Saturday, the boys' third place game. At 5 o'clock, we'll pit the loser of Clay Knott and the loser of Perry Buckhorn against each other. Girls Championship Saturday at 6:45 between Bell County and Leslie County. And then the Boys Championship to come your way at about 8:30. And, of course, all the games live right here on this TV and WYMT.com. Don't forget to hop on Twitter and join the conversation. You can tweet about any of these games at the Mountain Classic. Just use the hashtag Mountain Classic, and your tweet can be shown at halftime and between games. Unless, of course, you say bad things about Jamie McCracken, then he'll read it personally.
That's right. I will block you.
And you'll get the bill for his therapist later. 41-41, Clay County and Harlan. Do you think the Lady Tigers maybe try to wind this one all the way down and take the final shot of regulation?
Well, we saw that, Tanner, with about 2 minutes to go. They were working the clock, and so they might try to be doing that right now and trying to take that last shot. That's something to look for, and maybe. Because even when they were up by 2, they were working the clock. They were worried about scoring. They were satisfied with getting out of here with a 2-point win with 2 minutes to go. Ended up being a turnover there by J.C. Cotton, and then going the other way, Jordan Brock with a layup to tie the game.
Roberts will inbound it right in front of her own bench.
59 seconds to go. Let's do this.
This is a tough inbound angle.
Yeah.
5 seconds. It's going over to Harlan.
Big time turnover there. After 2 timeouts, they still couldn't get it in.
What a turn of events. And now all of a sudden, the Lady Dragons.
Look how Cotton is coming up now on Brock, full court. Sags back off, though.
Lady Dragons looking for a big basket here late in this game. Who will they go to?
Emma's calling for it. Bianchi's calling for it down low. Brooklyn Soller.
Knocked away from King down low. The Lady Dragons will keep it with 31 seconds remaining in regulation. Could we have another overtime game here at the Mountain Classic?
Ooh.
Stolen by Roberts. King was open underneath the basket, but Roberts picked off the pass. A huge defensive play by the junior Kelly Roberts.
Cotton, maybe the last shot of the game here. Under 20 to go. They're holding for the last shot. No question about it, Tanner.
10 seconds to go, tied at 41, and a timeout by Clay County with 9.3 showing on the clock.
I got to worry about the inbound because remember last time it was a tough inbound spot though, and it was a 5-second call.
This one will be inbounded right in front of us at midcourt, so you have a little more court to work with. This has been an interesting final minute though, Jamie, because Clay County, with 59 seconds left, they burn 2 timeouts and then have to try to get it in bounds. They can't do it. 5 seconds called. They turn it over. And then Harlan with a chance to come down and potentially win the game. And the Lady Dragons turn it over on an inbound pass.
On the inbound, they tried to throw it over the top, and it was stolen by Roberts. 9.3 seconds to go. I'm ready for a good call here.
Harlan led by 1 at halftime, 18-17. Trailed by as many as 6 in this quarter before Jordan Brock brought them back. But now it's Clay County with the ball, 9 seconds to go in regulation, in a 41-41 tie.
JC taking the ball out for Clay County.
To Woods, back to Cotton. 5 seconds for JC. Into traffic, finds Woods.
Oh!
Game winner!
What a way to end the game. Cotton drives, she dishes it off to Woods. That's your ball game, 43-41. Shake hands. Wow.
The senior Courtney Woods with her 7th point of the game comes at the most crucial time. Let's get another look, Jamie.
Yes, Cotton driving, dishing, wide open. All eyes focused on Cotton there. She had 3 defenders on her. She says, okay, I'll give it to my teammate Courtney Woods, and she makes the basket to win the game for Clay County. Now 2-0 in the season versus Harlan.
And the Lady Tigers, by way of this 43-41 victory, clinch 3rd place in the Mountain Basketball Classic.
That may have been the best game yet, next to Buckhorn and Lawrence County last night. What a way. Great way to start off night 4 here at the Mountain Basketball Classic.
A buzzer beater for Courtney Woods as Cotton drove into a triple team, absorbed the help defense.
A little over-the-head pass.
And then a fantastic move. And Anthony is with the girl who just hit the game-winning shot. Anthony, take it away.
Courtney Woods of the Clay County Lady Tigers, what a basket to end this game. Talk about hitting the game-winning shot.
I've never hit a game-winning shot, so I guess it's a big accomplishment for me. Just another game 1, I guess.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Enjoy this win. Huge shot for your career, and enjoy it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And Coach Birchall, big win, 43-41 against the region team in the 13th. And talk about what this win means for your program.
Well, we just needed something positive after the game the other night against Bell County. We were a little bit down, and we need to come out in the second half. I thought we were more aggressive on offense, and we got ourselves in a position to win the ball game. We had a couple of key turnovers there later. You know, we had a bad pass and a 5-second call, but you know, good. We made the last play. We executed it well, so yeah, it was a great win for us. Really was. We needed some momentum.
Were you happy with the way your team responded with that 6-0 run when Brock hit the 2 3-pointers for Harlan when you all were up by 6?
Yeah, absolutely. We sort of gave her a little bit more room than what I'd like to. She's a great shooter with great range, but overall this was a good win for us. We needed this.
Coach, congratulations. Tanner and Jamie.
All right, Anthony. Thank you. Final score, Clay County 43, Harlan 41. The Lady Tigers win 3rd place in the Girls Mountain Classic, and Jamie and I will be back to talk about it after this.